Hey guys, I'm back. I have kind of a random video today. Just basically showing a lot of different stuff I've been working on and a couple other things that I think are cool, looking for some opinions on or whatever. So I've only ever seen the 810 Contigo with the black finish. I've never seen one with the, they say it's clear Cerakote, but looking at it, to me, it looks like the blade's tinted a little bit gray. But anyway, met a great guy, YouTube viewer. We've been talking a lot. He said I could show his knives, but he didn't say I could use his name, so I don't want to throw it out there. But single dad type dude, former military, law enforcement guy now. Been talking to him tons. Great guy. Really like dealing with him. He wanted to do sort of like a trade for knife work type deal, and it has worked out fantastic for both of us. Anyway, he's one of the ones that saw my 810 with the OD scale, really liked it, wanted his done too. And I was excited because I hadn't gotten to see the 810 without the black coating. This came out really nice. One of the things he had done, he started trying to grind off the jimping that comes on the frame there, and he wanted me to clean that up for him too. So I did that, made it look all nice and pretty. That's really it. It's just the scales. But I mean, the look between the two different blades is, I think it actually looks pretty classy. It looks, you know, a very nice look with the kind of the subdued gray finish on the blade. Not a huge fan of the silver clip. I'd probably put a clip that more closely matches that, or maybe an anodized titanium one on it. But you know, it looks really nice. And he actually wanted a video made of his knife, and I would too, because if I was him, I'd want to show that off too. So there's that. And while we were at it doing work, we decided to do up a Spyderco. I think you pronounce it Pakal. I'm not entirely sure. I've never had one myself, but I mean, this thing is like straight up fighting knife. And the original black scales that come on it are kind of, you know, they are what they are. I think this looks really nice with the OD. I think it was a good choice. He wanted a matching set. I don't really like the wire clip that they do here, but I gave him a little glow in the dark on each side. You can't see it now, of course, but I think that's gonna look pretty cool. Just so that if there's no clip on there, at least there's something interesting under there to show. But these are two of the ones I've worked on really recently, and he actually was excited to have a video made, so there's these. Anyway, from the same guy, I got some really awesome things in that whole trade, and then we ended up just kind of sending each other some stuff back and forth. And so one of the things he sent me, and you know, I can't express my thanks enough. I don't know if anybody recognizes this right off the bat. It does look like an Emerson CQC7, but it's got a Benchmade clip on it, and it's a bit longer than the standard CQC. I didn't bring mine out here with me to show the length, but he had an old Benchmade 975, I'm pretty sure is the model number, which was one of the first Benchmade models, one of the first really big ones anyway. Now, this is a bit longer than a standard CQC7. It's nearly a 4-inch blade. It's bigger all the way around, and I love it. And the condition is not mint, not perfect, but I mean, it's really, really good. This was a really nice gift for him to send me. So, I don't know if you can see the Benchmade logo. It's kind of faint on there. And then the Emerson Tactical on the other side. But I restored this thing, and it's just beautiful. I love this. This is going to be one of the prized pieces of my collection from now on. So thanks, man. I really, really appreciate this thing. I am totally in love with it, and I carried it around kind of all day yesterday just to have it in my pocket. This thing is built so solid, and I'm not sure how old this thing is, but it still works just like it was made yesterday. The only exception is the lock here is a little bit sticky, and I'm still working on that, but I mean, smooth, nice sound, good feel to it. Just got to work on that sticky lock a little bit, and I'll get to that next. But anyway, there's number one. Next one that I restored, a little beat up, was a Rob Dalton auto. Rob Dalton has some really cool design. Really like the recurve on the blade, but this was a little bit to clean out and restore and just buff up a little bit, and this is really nice. I love this one too. I don't carry it very much just because, again, I don't want to mess it up. You know, this is kind of long out of production for him, I think. So, works great though. Smooth, snappy, beautiful. I can't remember the model number on this one, to tell you the truth, but this one needed a lot of work and cleaning and restoring. Number one, you can see the handle is a different color. The original paint on the aluminum handle was just like gone. All scratched up, so I Duracoated. I buffed out the scratched black coating on the pivot, which actually has a really nice look to it now, I think. Clip was kind of worn down. I like that sort of worn, used look on the clip though, so I left it alone. And the blade I'm still working on. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. But so I Duracoated the handle itself foliage green, which I think is a nice look. I'm working now on restoring the blade while keeping the logos, and that's going to be a little bit of a challenge just because I want to match the coating exactly to what it was. I have Duracoat in black. It's just not, it's the tactical flat, and you're going to see that in a little bit here too, why it's a little bit different than what's on here. But really happy with all these things, so thanks. I know you wanted to see some of these in a video. Here you go. I love them to death, and I know he's happy with what he got out of the trade too. So next thing I want to show you guys is I've had some requests to look at this guy some more. This is my last video, the all G10 lightweight Griptilian, which, you know what, I love it to death, and I've been carrying it a lot. Since we last saw it, I mounted the clip and everything, and just put a little tiny refinements in it, nothing big. I gave kind of a, I don't know if you can see in this light, really more of a decorative look to the back spacer more than anything, down at the bottom. I was worried that the blade tip wasn't clearing it, but it was the whole time. But it looks great. Centering still perfect, and I've been using the crap out of this thing. It works great. It feels really, really good. I needed a clip on it so I can carry it around. I'd prefer not to have the clip on it, but it still feels really comfortable. I mean, this material, the TerroTough, is awesome. And I guess from the messages I got, some people just wanted a better look out in the light at what the color came out to be, since I was talking about it so much, and the pattern and how it looks. It looks great, guys. It really does. So here's a question you guys can answer in the comments. Would this be the kind of thing on the next giveaway that you think would make a good prize, since I always like to give out 3 at a time? Something like this. I mean, how do you guys feel about it? Do you like the idea? Would you rather have the steel liners in there? I know some of the comments I got before were about the wearing down of the G10, and I have intentionally tried to wear this thing out. I mean, I carry it every day since I made it. It is now 2 weeks old, and when I have nothing to do, I will flip it out, flip it closed, open it, just sort of handle it. And now, yes, it's only been 2 weeks, but I mean 2 weeks of EDC constant daily use, and it is not worn down. It's still incredibly smooth, still has that nice sound to it. Centering has not gone anywhere, and it still works pretty good. I just took it apart again when I did all that work, so I always put it together a little bit tight and then let it sort of ease in a little bit. That's why it's not super snappy right now. But I mean, it's fantastic. Guys at work love it. I've got 3 lined up, ordered material, you know, for them and everything. And so we're going to get to see what the different colors look like when it gets in, because one is red, one is gray, and one is blue. So that's pretty cool. Back spacer, still very comfortable and gives you a lot of grip compared with that jimping up at the front over there. So for those of you who just wanted to see it some more, there you go. Pretty nice. And then one of the things I had on my Instagram channel was some work that I did with another 550. Put an Emerson wave opener in it. So right now I have it mounted in a Wilkins grip. As soon as I found out they had swimming pool green in stock, I think I was one of the first people to order one of the new swimming pool greens. I wish I could find this material. I don't want to ask the guy where he got it, because I don't think that's, you know, not cool exactly to say, hey, show me where you get all your material, but I wish I could find this stuff. G11, not G10, which, yeah, is different kind of Garolite. But this is just, I love this color to death. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. So I wanted to take one of my 550s and put a wave feature on it. Just an idea I had. And so I did. And in the Instagram video and the Instagram pictures, it was not quite finished. So this is the finished design. It doesn't look all that different from a standard 550. If you take a look, on the outside, it might look like I just cut a space in there, but I actually did a lot of reshaping. This is not exactly circular anymore. There's got a little bit of an oval to it to kind of make sure there was a little bit more of a protrusion for the wave. A little bit of grinding to kind of give this a nice even shape and smooth it out. I really like the shape of it, actually. Looks pretty good. And then I took the Duracoat, and you can't tell, it's got sort of a two-tone look to it, because I took my tactical black, which is a little bit flatter than what Benchmade uses, and again masked off all of the logos and everything really well, and then sprayed it and let it set. So I still have an overall, looks like a finished knife, you know, not a bunch of silver showing on the black, but this thing does work perfectly. A couple guys at work, one of the ones that wants the TerroTough 550 wants this cut into it. I have somebody sending me now a Griptilian just to do this work, and that's it. Nothing else custom on it, just making the wave feature on it. So pretty good, pretty nice. I'm very happy with it. What I plan to do is to make a another G10 handle, kind of my own design, sort of inspired kind of by a Sebenza, kind of by an Emerson CQC7, a little bit of a morph of the two, but you'll see that when it's all done. And I'll be working on that probably tonight. God, I love the swimming pool green. Definitely going to order one more. It just looks great. Anyway, besides the point. So that's something else that I've had in the works, and I really like it. And so it works really well. So if there's anybody that's interested, please let me know, because I'm interested in doing some more just to see where else we can go with the design. I'm probably going to do another one for myself with a couple modifications to that too, but it looks good, you know? It's cool. Something else I was asked to do, and I actually had some mixed feelings about this, and I'll explain why, were moon glow scales for an 810. Now, to me, the 810 is a very tactical type knife, right? And a glow-in-the-dark scale would sort of untacticalize it. And if tacticalize is not a word, I just made it a word. But, you know, I talked with the owner, and I said, you sure? And it is their knife after all. So I'm kind of curious about everybody's opinion. What do you think? Anyway, so nothing too fancy on that. Pretty simple. I mean, it doesn't look too crazy. But again, bright glow in the middle of the night, not very tactical. I guess if you're just going to carry it around and you want it to look cool, it does look cool. One thing I did was I gave it a little bit of a buffing with, I think it's 80 grit sanding pad, just to get some of the shine off, because the scales come very, very shiny, you know, so at least we're retaining a little bit of that luster, and you didn't want a pattern in it, so, you know, it's not like super grippy, but it's not like super slick, like it would come just shiny. So here it is in a nice dark room, and actually the glow is pretty good. Even the part that wasn't in the bright sunshine is glowing. I guess the sun, you can see the holes, the lightning holes in the liners. Must come right through that and charged it up. So moon glow is amazing stuff. It glows really, really nice. Not sure what I like better, the glow-in-the-dark Kieranite or the moon glow, but I learned that working with it is a little bit different than working with standard G10. I kind of understand why some folks charge you know, a lot more to work with it than regular. Not only is the material pretty damn expensive compared to G10 or whatever, but working with it is completely different. Just doesn't behave like G10 does. You gotta kind of vary your techniques up. But I mean, I think this came out pretty good. So you out there, if you're watching and you're happy, just shoot me an email and let me know, and I'll send this off to you right away. And keeping with the Contigo trend I've been working with lately, a pair of firefighter paramedics down here in Florida asked if I would give them some carbon fiber scales. And I was happy to do that, of course. So anyway, one of the interesting things they asked for were backspacers, which means you're going to lose that little glass breaker, but I think it lightens up the knife, and it does look pretty nice. So to start with, there's a very nice carbon fiber backspacer that matches the pattern of the original backspacer that comes with the 810 minus the glass breaker. Now you also notice it's a little bit rough. I haven't got the words back from them yet if they wanted them fully polished or just sanded. I can understand where they might not want it totally polished. Might make it a little slippery, you know, in wet hands or gloved hands or whatever. So we'll decide if they want it polished, but even not polished, this looks pretty nice in the sun, you know? Looks pretty damn good. So just a different look for the 810. Dresses it up a little bit. One interesting thing that they asked for was, would I sign the knives, or the handles anyway? And yeah, interesting request. Haven't had that request before. So they asked that on the clip side, would I put Doc P91B, you know, engraved or whatever on there. So I did, and you probably can't see it on this video, but I put it right under the clip. So it's there if they want it, but you know, day to day, you don't see it right in your face. I love the 810. I'm just beginning to have some really great ideas of where we could go with the 810 and what we could do with it, and all the cool things, so I'll probably be doing some more experimenting on this soon. But just love carbon fiber on just about anything. Finally got a Paramilitary 2, and it is a really good knife. It's really good, really like it. Not my absolute favorite, but I got a chance to work on one, and we went from the original scales to Kieranite, and I'm glad that he wanted some Kieranite used, because I like working with this stuff. It's very, very different stuff. And so this is called Royal Pearl in the Kieranite family. And one of the things I did to start off, since we were using something kind of flashy like this, when I put it together, I left the liners just a little bit showing there so that it would have kind of like a shiny contrast with the backspacer. He wanted black. I ended up giving him carbon fiber just because I had some extra laying around. So, but I like the contrast there, the spacing. Doesn't increase the size of the knife or whatever. It feels really, really good. I really, really like the way the Kieranite feels. Now, originally the plan was to just completely shine this up like mirror smooth shiny, but I thought it was gonna be a little bit much with the design and everything going on, just a little bit too much in your face and flashy. So what I did was I sanded it to about 600 grit, I think was as high as I went. and then buffed it out and oiled it. So it's got a really nice pearly kind of sheen to it, but at the same time, it's not like reflecting sunlight right into your eyes. I think that really was the right choice for this stuff and with this knife, especially since the blade is already so shiny and everything. But works great, feels good, has that very sturdy yet kind of a little bit soft kyanite feel to it. And because, again, we didn't totally shine it up, it does have a little bit of a feel. If you guys are familiar with the way that like a Sebenza feels, that finish on the titanium, it has a very similar feel to it. So I'm pretty happy with the way this one turned out. This was fun to do, actually. I love working with kyanite. I liked the opportunity to do a new knife I hadn't done yet before. And owner of this saw pictures and really, really liked it. Maybe I'll redo my Power 2 and then I'll like it a little bit more. I just love the way that looks in the sun. Kind of the pearl and the yellow and everything. It's really a really great look. Okay, now I've been talking about another Benchmade giveaway contest for a long time, a limited edition Benchmade. So I've been waiting for the 7505 to come out, and that's been forever. And I talked to the guys at KnifeWorks again on Thursday or Friday, I can't remember really, and they said they're expecting it soon, and Benchmade is hoping to get it out by the end of the month, but there's no guarantee. And I had put that line in the sand, and I said that if it's not here by October 15th, we were just going to start rolling with the contest. So we're going to do both. We're going to find a way to wait, and hopefully we can combine the unboxing and review the 7505 with the contest, but we're going to start now. And anybody that's seen my contest videos knows I like to do different ways to enter and get your entries in. So here's the first one we're going to do. The first question is, of the Griptilian blades that are available, the sun just went behind a cloud, of the different Griptilian blades that are available, which one do you like, which shape do you like best, and why? So here we've got the 550, the modified sheep's foot. This is my personal favorite for a number of reasons, based on looks and use and just the general shape of the blade in terms of utility stuff. But I know not everybody feels that way. So here's the 550, okay? The 551, the standard drop point blade. I think this is the most commonly carried Griptilian blade out there, okay? Is the 553, which is the Griptilian Tanto blade, which actually, I think, if you look at the CQC7 blade, if anybody's got one at home, they want to whip it out and look, I think there's some family resemblance there, because if you know the history of the CQC6, and then Benchmade wanted to produce one with Emerson, and that's where the CQC7 came from, because he wanted to hold on to the CQC6 as like a custom version. Anyway, you can sort of see some similarities. I mean, I know Tantos kind of look the same, but anyway. So those are the three different Griptilian blades. Now, I'm not talking about full size or mini. I'm just talking about those three blade styles. So those of you who want to get another entry into this contest, or maybe you're first if you haven't done the previous video, this is what you're going to do. In the comments, you're going to say which blade style of the Griptilian you like better and why. And you can drop in what you would use it for or anything like that. And anyone who submits a video response as opposed to just comments, that'll count as 2 entries instead of 1. So posting a comment about it, answering the question, that gets you 1 entry. If you do a video response, that gets you 2. And there will be another video with another way to log your entries in too. And if you respond to all 3 of the videos, all 3 of the entries, you can just keep massing entries. It's not like everybody gets to enter only once. And for those of you unfamiliar with the way I do it, what I do is then on paper, print out the names of everybody for all the entries. So like if you enter 3 times, you'll get 3 entries. By the way, I should say that answering this question, even if you answer this question 3 different times for all 3 blade styles, it still counts as 1 entry because you're answering one question. But anyway, over the course of the 3 videos, if you were to satisfy all the things that could possibly get you up to 6 entries, I'm putting all the names in a bowl. I will have Aiden pull the name out of the bowl for the first prize, and then the 2 runner-ups, and then we'll do that. So anyway, all right, so I know it's been kind of a random video with lots of different stuff going on in it, but that's what I got for you for now. I've got 3 more videos, actually, all in various stages of being shot or edited or whatever right now. So a lot coming down the line, especially that giveaway contest. All right, so thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back again real soon.